Hi, I'm Josiane Sevchuk, and today's video is about grass. What's the best type of grass to plant? We've already planted two types of grass here at the farm. We have our preference for one of them, and we're going to talk about the differences between these grasses, including the cost as well. Jack had a lot of work, along with the guy who helps him here. Guys, he had a lot of work planting a huge amount of grass that arrived here at the farm. And look, it was a lot of work. He recorded everything, and there are other updates too. There's always something new happening here at Val dos Sonhos farm, right? A lot of work, and we record everything for you, so I hope you enjoy today's video. If you like it, you already know what you have to do. Leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already, share the video with everyone, and now let's get to the video.
Here we are, guys, all geared up today working with the brush cutter. And I'm going to give you a tip, or rather a warning. Don't buy a spool like this one. Look, Garden, I bought this cheap item from Mercado Libre for my brush cutter because it looked practical. Just insert the line and it should work easily, or so they claim. 40 reais, 50 reais. So I put it on the brush cutter. We have Stihl 220. And for this weedy grass here, the grass we have mixed in with the lawn, which is normal for almost every small farm in Brazil. It didn't work. Maybe for a very urban little lawn, just grass, always green, it's very simple. Maybe it works, but for this one, no. Why? To open this here, I couldn't open it properly. I clicked here, but it wouldn't open at all. I pushed here, but I had to use pruning shears to open it. When the line broke on one side, I couldn't open this here with my hands. The plastic was very dry. Then it kept feeding out line on its own. See how long it is? Each time it touched the ground even slightly, more line came out. So I had to stop every 5 minutes to rewind it. So it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Then I went to the Stihl dealer here, which you can find everywhere, and bought the regular spool. Do you know how much it cost? 170 reais, but let me tell you something. Some things in life aren't worth saving money on if it causes you stress, because your time is more valuable. It's not worth the stress of dealing with a weed trimmer that constantly breaks and makes you stop all the time. And working with a weed trimmer should be a pleasant, satisfying job. So I bought this one from Stihl, the best one. I said, give me the best one for the 220 model, not the off-brand one, since our brush cutter is a 220. Man, it took me half an hour. I trimmed what used to take 2 hours with the other one, because I have to stop all the time. This one, even with the thin line, the factory line is really thin. I still had to stop a lot, just once. I only stopped once to fix the line. I'll even show a time lapse I recorded for Instagram Chácara do Vale dos Sonhos. If you don't follow us there. We're posting short content there too. Notice how satisfying and enjoyable it is to use a good tool. Some things, as I mentioned, just aren't worth it. I've had brush cutters from other brands at the beginning of Chakra. We tried them out, got cheaper ones, but it doesn't work. This Stihl here, the 220, it's worn from use, but it doesn't bother me. This Stihl is one of the best and most powerful, right? Trying to save money can end up costing more. You learn that over time. And it was worth every cent, because what I spent on maintenance with the other Stihl ones I bought, I had already paid twice the price of what I spent on this one. Take a look at this little clip where I'm working with this brush cutter.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights.
This isn't an ad, okay? It's really good, so when we find a great tip, we share it. Some things just can't be helped. They say it has to be the brand itself, but I'm not really into this brand thing. But for brush cutters, look, the only one that worked well for me was Stihl. A Stihl spool. Sometimes I buy line from other brands, that's fine, but the spool is Stihl. And the Stihl 220 brush cutter, which is powerful. The 140 here for our land might not have been ideal, so we bought the 220 and it was worth every cent. And guys, I ended up kind of neglecting the mowing here, both me and the guy who helps me, because we were really busy with the other house, getting it 100% after the pool construction. And the grass got kind of tall, things looked a bit abandoned, but even so, now I took some time to tidy it up and I'm going to get to it. Now I'm going to remove the weeds from the tree rings, because before I only worked around them. After raking it well, it's going to look nice.
Won't stop for traffic lights. And if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high, even if the sky is falling down. Jumping from cliffs up.
And another day begins here at Chacara Valle dos Sueños. You can tell it's morning by my sleepy face. And today we're moving on to another stage of getting our property organized, which is laying the grass. We've already put some grass around the pool, but now the rest has arrived so we can lay it where it's still missing. So I'll show you that. There's Leonardo helping to load the wheelbarrow with the grass to take it down there. And this is the evergreen grass that we're laying in this area. It rained a lot here yesterday, so on one hand it's good for planting, but it's also a bit slippery to go down. As you saw, this grass here, for those curious about the price, I paid 14 reais and 50 centavos per square meter. Do you think that's cheap? Do you think that's expensive? How much does it cost where you are? Comment so we can compare prices since he isn't sure. This doesn't come from Santa Catarina's countryside, it comes from the coast. The guy delivers it by truck and charges for shipping, but I don't know the shipping cost. Of course, but that's why the price is 14 reais and 50 centavos per square meter. It traveled about 400 kilometers to get here. I've tried several times to plant this grass manually, taking it from one place and putting it in another, but it takes a long time for it to fill in properly. It doesn't always work well with that one. This type of grass has a much better chance of success because it comes with a kind of fertilizer, a sand, something like that underneath, which helps it so it stays healthy. Another thing that was done was this kind of flower bed here next to the house, mainly to hide wiring and pipes that were very exposed here. We were unsure what to do since water always ran off when it rained. You can see here, look, there's a pipe showing a water hose because the water runs down. It's a slope and the rain washes it, so the pipe ends up exposed. And it was the same here too. So we decided to make these kinds of beds out of brick and concrete, and we're going to fill them with soil inside. This one is already filled, that one is halfway, and the other one too. To, I don't know, maybe put some plants here, lavender, or maybe some herbs, right? What do you guys think? What should we put here? On the side of the house that's going to be rented out to guests. Herbs? Little herbs like mint, lemon balm, those kinds of things. Or flowers? Leave a comment to suggest to us what would be better.
Trusting our wings to fly. Sometimes we're crashing down, but we get up and start from the ground. And I really wanna know if I'll ever figure out where the road goes.
So guys, the grass is over there by the side of the road. I'm tossing it over here, and Nardo is pulling it with the wheelbarrow and placing the patches in place. The hardest part isn't even doing this, but it was clearing this area. Look, this was a real struggle because it's full of these weeds here. These weeds are a problem from the neighbors. It's called African stargrass, but it spreads rapidly. It's good for pasture, but for the lawn it's complicated. Then we put this manure here from the stable. Look how he weeded, and it stayed like this. You should see after it rains. It seems to grow overnight. It rained yesterday and stayed damp, which was good for planting. And then we're going to pour a little more water on top to better hydrate the sod over there. Let's see if it's enough for everything here. Look, chicken coop, crazy flock. Yesterday we cleaned back here too. If there's grass left, this part still needs to be plastered. If there's grass left, it will also be put behind the chicken coop. It'll make a nice little walkway. That's the chickens' pool. We change the water every day. Chickens are chickens. There's no way around it. They keep making it dirty. The only solution I see here is to paint it stone colored. At least it hides the dirt a bit and tidies up the area around it. Don't mind this, it's still halfway done as they say, and they're over there, but the chicken coop is nice. Now, we painted the roof, the panels, and everything else. We took good care of it too. Those little bugs, those chicken lice, there were quite a few. If you got close, you'd start itching. Now it's all gone. You could lie in the chicken coop without any issues, though it's not recommended, but we're maintaining it well. Now, as things start getting organized, we're paying attention to all the details of the property.
Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high. Even if the sky is falling down, even if the sky is falling down, yeah. The sky is falling down.
Guys, this video wasn't as satisfying as you expected. We didn't buy enough grass and we ran out here around the jabuticaba tree. We did it near the chicken coop leading up to it and around the house. But this part here was left unfinished. Also behind the chicken coop as I showed earlier. So I'm going to have to order a few more meters of grass here too to finish everything. But you know, let's take it slow. Let's go little by little. Things will work out. So it's already much better than before. It used to be completely overgrown and now it's taking shape. It's looking nice, but it's work. I'll order more grass soon and message the guy from the grass place. Another 1,000 meters. Here, it was 1,000, then 100, then another 100. I'll take 100 meters, then another, and another. Finish everything, and I think there will still be a little left here. Oh, are the pine nuts already falling? It's pine nut season here in the south of the country. Now it's time to water, right? Because grass really likes water. This one on this side is growing beautifully. Now we put one over there on that side and another one closer to the pool. It's growing more slowly because the soil there is really compacted. It was compacted a lot, so there wouldn't be any problems with the pool, right? So it's struggling a bit more, but it's also growing slowly. I think it's going to work out here because the soil here is just right, fertilized, fertile and all that. And this little device here is very useful, okay? I only paid about 250 reais for it, but it's working beautifully. Just kidding, I didn't pay that much. It was about 20 reais. You can find it at any hardware store. You turn on the faucet and it spins by itself, watering everything on its own, all around. It's just like rain, right? The water falls just like rain. Yeah, my friends, it's not easy, right? But nothing in life is simple. Everything requires effort. Everything requires determination. And for us to get this property the way we've always dreamed of, it's going to take a while. But at the pace we're going, working here every day with Dad helping me. I'm here every morning, but it's too hot in the afternoon. I also need to work online. So we can balance it. It's a country property and it's not easy, especially since we're renovating it for guests. It's not simple, you can't just do it anyway. We're doing a really careful job because starting in September or October, we'll probably be able to have everything here 100% ready, just the way we imagine, okay? For those of you who want to stay here, we're going to put a projector over there to watch TV downstairs. We'll put air conditioning upstairs. We're going to fix up the outside really well. It's already looking really nice. We have this pool, which is something different. You don't find it around here. There's a rustic bathtub in the house. 6 or 7 people can fit in the house. Anyway, there's a fireplace. If I were to list everything that's here, it's really a lot. I'll show you everything. Not to mention, we'll treat you like family. Our idea, whenever someone comes to visit us here at our place, is to treat them really well. And it won't be any different for those staying here. You can be sure of that. Especially you who follow the channel. You who follow the channel, wow, we get really happy when people who follow the channel come visit. Who've known this place since it was all brush and now it's rewarding to see the progress. So click on WhatsApp and reserve your spot in advance because like I said, starting around September or October, we'll start renting it out. There are already several people interested, so make sure to secure your spot. And when I say that the grass grows overnight, it's not so much the grass, but more that wild grass. Just look at the lawn here. This was cut, it was the day before yesterday. And this was also cut the day before yesterday. And look how much it grew. This here is pasture grass, right? A tall grass, right? That grass for grazing. It must have grown, I don't know, about 2 centimeters. Look at the difference. Yes. Literally overnight. Yeah, my friends. Sugarcane candy is sweet, but it sure isn't easy. We have this other grass here, which is emerald grass. It's also been here for a while. Look how it formed a thick carpet. But I have to admit to you that I think that evergreen grass is much more beautiful. Emerald grass was laid here. But emerald grass is like a really dense little grass, right? If you cut it too short, what happens is like here, see? You have to pay attention to every detail. There's a correct height to cut it. And I don't know, taste is taste, but I think the evergreen grass is prettier. This one really reminds me of grass like the kind you see in gardens, apartment buildings in the city, you know? It also depends on individual taste. But the difference, as you can see, is that this grass here has a lot less inso, as we call it around here, a lot fewer weeds. Now the evergreen grass takes longer to fill in. And then the weeds start invading.
That's the video, everyone. Hope you enjoyed it. If so, you know what to do. Leave a like, subscribe, and check whether you're subscribed to the channel. A lot of people watch every day and think that subscribing isn't important to me. But look, guys, it's really important for us to help the channel grow and encourage us to post more videos, right? Because otherwise we start to lose motivation and we start feeling too lazy to post. So leave a like and your comment. Share the video with your family, friends, or anyone you know who likes this kind of country property content, right? So that's it. Much love, God bless you, and see you in the next video. Bye.
Guys, I came outside and Isabel was yelling for me to look at the sky. Look at how beautiful the sky is. In person, it's so much more beautiful. Wow, it's raining, there are some mists, and the sky is completely pink. So beautiful.